just as I finish editing episode 27, the lens comes for the new camera. Episode 28, this one now. Once I put this lens on, we'll film everything with the new camera. This is normally a kit lens for one of the small crop sensor cameras anyway. So it's a cheap lens, but this is gonna be my travel lens because it's so small. It's literally like a pancake lens, but it can still go up to 50mm focal length. So I think the quality should be good enough. This lens is only $290, I think. Look how small this thing is. Dang, that is so compact. Now you're ready to shoot. Okay, so now we are recording. All right, so this is the 16 to 50 filming the GoPro. This is 50mm focal length. I have no idea what settings we're on here. No idea at all. It's just recording, so this could be 30 frames per second, 1080, I don't know. But it's a nice compact setup, that's for sure. And then let's test the autofocus. And 16mm is quite wide. Look at that. So now we can finally get depth of field in our footage. Because with the GoPro, which is still filming over here, we can't get depth of field really. So I think it's time to pause this GoPro for now and film on this guy for a bit. So slight hiccup with running. My back is getting sore, my lower back on my right side. And I think I just did a couple too many runs, and maybe I was increasing my pace a bit too quick. Yeah, it's blown up a little bit, so I've been getting it kind of treated a little bit. Was going to run today ideally, but I'm not going to now because of it. But I thought we should go for a walk, still get the movement in, try and just land a couple Ks. And I was on a podcast recently, Timeless Mindset podcast. My first time ever hopping on like a potty or anything like that. And that was really actually quite scary. When it started rolling, I got so nervous, and my first like 3 questions, I just survived getting through the questions. And then I loosened up and it was alright. But that came out this morning and I haven't listened to it yet. Just kind of put it off. I don't know. But I want to hear it. I want to hear it back. Okay, we just made a new impulsive purchase. Second-hand mic. 2 of these, another one down here. Both with boom arms. Don't know much about microphones at all. But there it is. So like, I'm thinking this will just kind of live here, and then I can record videos and talk into the mic while I'm sitting down. I already had one of these little audio interfaces, so I've connected it into the mic, and then I need to run a USB into the laptop, then that can record audio. So 2 mics, 2 boom arms, pop filters for both, and 2 of these softbox lights. This is actually probably better quality than the one I normally have, which is this. This could be a budget podcast setup for me if I want to do any podcast episodes or just interview style videos where I've got 2 people talking into mics. I've got the equipment for it. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you think about potentially doing either just like longer form videos, but kind of podcast style, like a conversation with 2 microphones. Because it could be cool. It could, imagine if I had guests on that are people who are examples of doing something different with their time outside of school. Maybe that would be a cool podcast series. I honestly don't have much to talk about for this week's video. In like 2 weeks, I'm gonna go down south. So that'll be a cool vid there. I'll really try and make it cinematic and turn it into like a little film. And that can be a kind of practice run for how we're gonna shoot and produce while we're over in Europe. Okay, so this is like partially the new setup. I mean, I don't know how often I'm actually going to use this for the Dropout Diaries videos. Let me know if you actually like having the fancy audio for just maybe parts of the video, maybe as much as possible. But maybe while I'm at my desk, I do this a bit more often. Got the other light that I bought with this microphone and boom arm setup in use right now. Maybe the other light's better. This one's cool. It came with it, so I was like, I'll just try it. Yeah, here's a different setup. We've got a few things going on right now. We've got the new camera. I mean, we just got the new desk. It feels suitable to like start throwing things around a bit. So I might just be using this for my voiceovers and deliberately do more voiceovers now in videos because I've got a better mic and I can do it while I'm sitting at my desk quite quickly. I've got the interface just plugged in here. Check that out. Interface is just there. That's what's going on. Okay, I've had this wall blank for a bit now. When I started moving things around, I didn't know what to do with that space there. Nothing's gone on this wall yet. And someone suggested some kind of dream board, big kind of, I guess, planning, travel board, creative space. And I thought that was a great idea. But I didn't know what to put on it. Still don't really know what to put on it yet. But I had an idea of writing down messages that people have sent me, words of support, even words of criticism that have been messaged to me. It could look really cool and be a cool reminder if I had them spread up on this wall. And maybe these post-it notes with them could then be spread, and there'll be things like photos of places I want to go, or a map or something as well on that board too. So it's a big wall of just a reminder of what I'm doing, who I'm doing it for, where I want to go. A reminder of how far I've come as well. With that idea, we're going to just start writing out some DMs I've gotten on Instagram and start putting them up. Some of these reminders are really cool. I just did the first one. Just wanted to let you know how inspired I've been from your content so far. Keep doing what you're doing because you'll be a role model to many. That was from a legend named Eddie. Eddie, if you're watching this still, I appreciate you very much. You're one of the first people to send me a message when I just started. So you'll be up on that board as well as reminders. Anyway, I'm gonna write a few of these, just stick them up probably randomly and see what happens. That one can go in the middle because it's one of the first that we got. Okay. I want this wall to be a thank you to you guys. I've been lucky to receive a lot of messages over the last 6 months, and without the support, I don't know if I'd still be making these videos. From the very start of all of this, I've wanted to help others figure out what they want to do with their life and who they want to be. This wall is a reminder to me of that goal. I'll keep adding to it along the journey as well. If you're enjoying this series, please consider subscribing. The goal is 1K subscribers before the Europe trip, which is in the end of April. If you have any other suggestions of what I could add to this wall, please let me know in the comments, but I'm going to use this wall as just a bit of motivation and a reminder to keep doing what I'm doing. So thanks again. Look, these last 7 days honestly just flew by. I would have loved to have made something really cinematic for this video, but I spent a lot of the time just playing with the setup, trying to figure out how to use this new camera, how to use this new mic, and just working a lot as well outside of all video stuff. And after watching back all this Sony footage, like it's cool, it's really cool, but very shaky, and I've got a lot of cleaning to do of the sensor. I had a few clips I just couldn't use where I was talking about some good stuff just because of the settings I was using. So I've got plenty of learning to do, but I think this camera will be a really cool part of the Europe series. The GoPro will definitely still be coming along with me. You just can't beat the convenience of it. But yeah, I think there's definitely a place for this camera, definitely a place for it in my workflow with editing too. And I'm excited to give myself more time in the future to work on these videos because it's currently midday on Wednesday and I've got to leave for work in 2.5 hours. And that's a mistake on my end. But I want to be editing these videos on the Tuesday instead of Wednesday afternoon. Anyway, that's a learning lesson that I've been reminded of many times. Thanks for sticking some of these out with me. I hope that you could still find this video enjoyable. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. My name's Sam, this is Dropout Diaries. We are going to travel the world, and I'll see you next week.